Hello and welcome to LifeLoop's video tutorial on Calendar Designer updates. I'm going to show you the most recent updates that have been made to the Calendar Designer. Coming soon to our training site will be a more in-depth video of the Calendar Designer as a whole. As you can see, LifeLoop's calendar is open on my screen. To access the designer, I will simply click Calendar Designer on the top right. This pulls over the calendar activities for the month I have selected, and I can now make all of my edits and design. For this video, I will only be showing you the updates that have been made. The first update is standardized font size. You will now notice when you click on text, for example, we will click on the 4th. In the inspector, it tells me that the font size is 24. If I click on the day next to it, where I can see the font is smaller because of the length of my activity name, it now correctly tells me in the inspector that this font is smaller and is 20. Please note, if you size a day's activities by dragging from a corner or edge instead of using the font size option in Inspector, it will no longer show the correct font size. The second update is the option to make all of the activities the same font size at the same time. I used to have to select individual days or hold my Shift key down and select multiple in order to do this. If I click on the border of my calendar and have my whole calendar selected, I will see in the inspector that I can go down to the Activities section and type in my desired font size. This will make all of my activities this desired size. Please note, if I have activities with long names, they will go over the border of the day, and I will want to manually double-click and drop that activity name down into 2 lines. Also note that a 24 in LifeLoop is more similar to a 12 font size in Word. The next update you will notice is improved readability of intellectual activities with the color code option. This is when I have my whole calendar highlighted and turn on the color code in my inspector. The intellectual activities will now show as a darker yellow. A new feature in the designer is the ability to add resident birthdays. I will simply go to my More button, which is 3 dots, and select Add Birthdays. They will appear on the top left with the resident name and day of the month. I can then move this, change the font family, size, and color. A small change we made is the option to move object with your arrow key. You will see if I select birthdays, in lieu of dragging them with my cursor, I can now use my arrow keys for more precise movements. The last update I would like to go over is the print option. You can now simply print from the designer instead of exporting and then printing. You will also notice when using this feature we have improved the size of the margins. When printing from Google Chrome, which is a suggested browser, you can then choose print settings such as the paper layout and size, but also if you would like narrow or no margins at all. This concludes our video on the updates to the Calendar Designer. Coming soon to our training site will be a more in-depth training video of the designer. Our training site is ourlifeloop.com/training, and the password is in the loop. Thanks for watching.